Welcome to the another episode of Indian Tales and Shlokas. Today, I'll tell you a story where Lord Ganesha, the calm, wise, and remover of obstacles, teaches a mighty demon king a lesson. This is the story of Lord Ganesha and the demon Ravana, who was the king of Lanka. Long time ago, in the golden city of Lanka, ruled by the mighty Ravana. He was no ordinary king. He was a powerful devotee of Lord Shiva, had immense strength, intelligence, and ruled with ambition. But along with his devotion came ego. His heart began to fill with pride. Ravana had conquered many kingdoms, scared even gods, even lifted Mount Kailash once to show his strength. Mount Kailash is the home for Lord Shiva and Goddess Parvati. Though Lord Shiva forgave him, Ravana still believed no one on earth or heaven could challenge him, could defeat him. One day, he decided to perform a deep meditation to win Shiva's ultimate blessings. After years of meditation, Lord Shiva appeared and said, "Ravana, your devotion has pleased me. Take this Atma Linga. But remember, if you place it on the ground, it will stay there forever. It cannot be moved again." Ravana did this meditation, this tapasya, to win Lord Shiva. He wanted Lord Shiva's soul in the form of Atma Linga, which means he wants Lord Shiva himself to come and be in that Atma Linga. Lord Shiva was pleased with the devotion of Ravana, and so he took the form of Atma Linga and surrendered himself to Ravana upon condition that he should not place Atma Linga on the ground. Ravana, overwhelmed with joy, bowed down and promised to take it to Lanka, where he would keep it forever. Looking all this, the gods in the heaven were afraid. If Ravana takes the Atma Linga to Lanka, he will become invisible. No one will be able to stop his growing power. The gods turned to Lord Vishnu, and Lord Vishnu, with a knowing smile, said, "Only one being can stop Ravana, and he doesn't need a weapon to do it. Call Lord Ganesha." Lord Ganesha listened quietly as the gods explained the situation. He did not panic. He did not boast. He simply nodded and said with a gentle smile, "The one who rushes with ego can be stopped by one who walks with wisdom." As Ravana continued his journey with the glowing Atma Linga in his hands, the sun began to set. As a devoted Brahmin, he had to stop and perform his evening prayers. But he couldn't place the linga on the ground. And at the exact moment, a young Brahmin boy appeared nearby. This was none other than our Lord Ganesha. Ravana called him and said, "Child, can you hold this Atma Linga just for a few minutes while I do my prayers? But remember, please don't place it down." The boy smiled innocently and replied, "Of course, but I am just a small child. If it gets too heavy, I'll call you 3 times. If you don't come, I'll have to place it down." Agreed? Ravana was very confident that he would return before he calls him thrice. and agreed and walked to the riverbank. Now our clever Ganesha, holding the Atma Linga, waited for some time. And then he shouted, "Ravana, I'm feeling tired." Ravana said, "Just a few minutes, I'll come back." And second time again our Ganesha called, "Ravana, I'm calling you again." Still no reply. And this was the final call. "Ravana, this is the third time." After hearing the final call, Ravana started rushing towards Ganesha. But by the time Ravana reached Ganesha, Ganesha placed the Atma Linga on the ground. And just as Lord Shiva warned, it immediately rooted itself into the earth, becoming one with the land. Ravana became furious. "What have you done? I told you not to place it down." But the boy had vanished. In his place stood the glorious form of Lord Ganesha. Ravana, filled with anger and disbelief, shouted, "Do you know who I am? You tricked me." Ganesha looked at him calmly and said, "Yes, I know who you are, a great king, a learned scholar, and a devotee of Lord Shiva, but also a prisoner of your own ego. You wanted the soul of Lord Shiva to come and stay with you forever." Ravana tried to lift the Atma Linga, but couldn't move an inch. He tried to pull it, push it, chant mantras, but nothing worked. Defeated, he fell to his knees. The Atma Linga remained rooted in that very spot. Children, do you know? You can see that Atma Linga even today in a sacred place came to be known as Gokarna in the modern day of Karnataka. And the Shiva temple there is worshipped as Mahabaleshwar, meaning the great strength that cannot be moved. And to this day, Ganesha is remembered as the one who stopped Ravana not with power but with pure intelligence. What did you learn from this story? That even the strongest fall when their hearts are filled with pride. Dear children, if at all you ever get a chance to visit Gokarna, don't forget to remember this story and worship the Atma Linga with full devotion, because the soul of Lord Shiva is in the Atma Linga, which is in Gokarna in the state of Karnataka. This is Bhavna signing off for today. I'll meet you all with another beautiful episode. Until then, bye.